Dr. Sinclair and her international team step out of a rugged jeep onto the dusty, arid plains of Mali. The towering cliffs of the Dogon village loom ahead, with tribal members watching from the distance under a vast sky lit by the glow of the setting sun. Umaro sits in a semicircle of elders, their faces illuminated by the warm, flickering firelight. Dr. Sinclair approaches respectfully, offering ceremonial gifts, while her team watches from behind. The elders sit stoically, their expressions both curious and cautious. In a shadowy cave, the group stands before an ancient, large painting depicting strange amphibious beings descending from the stars. Flickering torchlight dances across the painting, revealing cosmic symbols and the mysterious Nommo. Finch examines a Dogon star map, intricately etched into stone, while Dr. Sinclair excitedly points out the complex details. The ancient star system Sirius is depicted with stunning accuracy, while Finch squints, questioning the validity of what he sees. In the dim light of a tent, the stone artifact glows faintly under the light of a lantern. Dr. Sinclair examines the strange carvings while her team murmurs in the background, speculating on its origins, their faces cast in shadows of intrigue. The tribal dancers, bathed in orange firelight, move in circular formations around a towering bonfire. In the distance, the night sky glimmers with stars as the tribe enacts the ritual honoring the return of the Nommo, their figures ghostly in the fire's glow. The ancient rock formation stands at the cliff's edge, its shape perfectly aligned with the bright, distant glow of Sirius rising above the horizon. The elders and Dr. Sinclair observe in awe as the celestial alignment mirrors ancient Dogon star maps carved into the stone. Dr. Finch gestures dismissively toward the night sky, while Dr. Sinclair gazes up, her face bathed in the light of Sirius. The tension between science and myth is palpable as they stand beneath the stars, each clinging to their respective views. In the glow of the fire, Kuyet waves his tail, his hands motioning toward the sky as he describes the Nomos descent from the stars. Behind him, the fire casts dancing shadows on the cave walls, where ancient stories of the Nommo are etched. High on a cliffside, an ancient cave reveals intricate paintings of the Nommo descending from Sirius. The faint glow of torches reveals stunning details of the cosmic beings and celestial bodies, casting an eerie, timeless glow on Dr. Sinclair's awestruck face. Surrounded by ancient maps and scrolls, Dr. Sinclair traces the routes of caravans from Egypt to Mali, while intricate astronomical drawings lay scattered around her. Her finger moves over symbols of stars, connecting cultures and knowledge across centuries. The projection of the Dogon's ancient star maps overlays modern astronomical charts. As Dr. Sinclair watches, the stars align with precise accuracy, revealing connections to distant galaxies and unknown regions of the cosmos. Carrington's group stands in stark contrast to the serene, ancient village of the Dogon, their modern equipment clashing with the ancient wisdom of the tribe. Tensions rise as they dismiss the tribe's beliefs, unaware of the cosmic knowledge surrounding them. Beneath the star-streaked sky, Omoro recounts the prophecy of the Nommo's return as the celestial alignment looms near. The sacred fire crackles, casting an ethereal light over the gathering, the stars above twinkling in a cosmic dance. The camp is tense as Sinclair and Finch face off, their team members caught in the divide between skepticism and belief. Beyond them, the ancient cliffs of the Dogon village loom, shrouded in mystery and starlight. Under a canopy of stars, Omaro and Dr. Sinclair stand close, their silhouettes barely visible in the dim light. The elder gestures toward the distant mountains, speaking of the hidden cave and the sacred knowledge it holds. The team treks through narrow, winding paths along steep cliffs, the rugged landscape bathed in the soft light of dawn. The air is thin and the climb challenging, but the anticipation of discovering the hidden cave drives them forward. The cave is a breathtaking chamber of ancient knowledge, its walls etched with intricate depictions of stars, planets, and the Nommo. Dr. Sinclair stands before a stone altar, her eyes wide as she gazes upon the sacred scrolls. In the heart of the sacred cave, Omaro slowly unfurls an ancient scroll, revealing intricate drawings of the Nommo and their cosmic ships. The scroll, illuminated by torchlight, tells a tale of celestial visitors and the birth of ancient knowledge. The scroll reveals a dire warning about humanity's future, inscribed in ancient script. Dr. Sinclair's hand trembles slightly as she traces the words, her mind racing with thoughts of what this knowledge could mean for the world. The crackling fire casts long shadows over the elders as they argue passionately, their voices low but intense. The weight of the decision hangs in the air, as Dr. Sinclair silently witnesses the Dogon's internal struggle. In the dead of night, the thief races through the narrow mountain pass, the stolen scroll clutched tightly to his chest. Dr. Sinclair stands at the mouth of the cave, her face lit by the pale moonlight, realizing the damage that has been done. In the night sky above the village is ablaze with stars as Omaro speaks to the gathered tribe, his voice calm but full of power. The villagers listen intensely, their eyes turning upside as they prepare for the celestial alignment. The rift between science and belief widens as the team argues under a sky full of stars. Dr. Sinclair tries to mediate, but the tension between the skeptics and the believers is palpable, threatening to tear the group apart. The sky explodes with light as the stars in the Sirius system align perfectly, casting a brilliant glow over the gathered crowd. Strange phenomena begin to occur, mysterious lights flicker in the sky, and the villagers gasp in awe as the prophecy unfolds. The elders speak in low, reverent tones as they interpret the celestial message. Around them, the village is alive with excitement and fear as the lights in the sky continue to move in otherworldly patterns, casting a surreal glow over the scene. The media frenzy surrounds Dr. Sinclair as she stands before a crowd of reporters, the village behind her bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The flashing cameras contrast with the serene, ancient setting as the world clamors for answers. Late at night, the tent is filled with the soft hum of computers and the quiet rustling of papers as Dr. Sinclair analyzes the astronomical data from the celestial event. Strange anomalies and patterns begin to emerge on her screen, hinting at something beyond science. In a dimly lit tent filled with ancient scrolls and artifacts, Dr. Sinclair and the archaeologist compare symbols from Egypt and Mali. The connection between the two ancient civilizations becomes clear as they trace lines from one star map to another. Surrounded by books and scrolls from different ancient civilizations, Dr. Sinclair and Omaro piece together the recurring themes of amphibious beings and celestial visitors. The depictions of the Nommo seem to transcend cultures, creating a cosmic web of stories. The orange hues of the setting sun cast a warm glow over the landscape as Dr. Sinclair sits alone, deep in thought. The village below buzzes with activity, but she is lost in her thoughts, torn between science and spirituality. The stargazer, an enigmatic figure, strides through the village as the villagers bow in respect. His long robes billow in the breeze, and his eyes seem to glow with ancient knowledge as he makes his way toward Dr. Sinclair. The flames dance in the night as Umaro recounts the Nommo's promise to return in humanity's time of need. Dr. Sinclair's face is illuminated by the fire's glow, her expression one of quiet awe and contemplation as the elder's words sink in. Carrington and his team set up their modern equipment near the village, their faces full of skepticism and determination to debunk the Dogon's claims. The tension between ancient wisdom and modern science grows as the two teams prepare for a standoff. The screen in front of Dr. Sinclair glows with strange, pulsing patterns of energy from the Sirius system. Her team crowds around the monitor, jaws dropped as they realize they may have uncovered proof of something beyond Earth. Cameras flash as Carrington stands at the podium, confidently presenting his false conclusions about the celestial events. Behind him, Dr. Sinclair stands in the crowd, her face impassive as she waits for the truth to come to light. The peaceful village is overrun with outsiders, their cameras flashing and voices loud as they push their way into the heart of the Dogon culture. Dr. Sinclair stands to the side, her expression a mix of frustration and sadness as she listens to the proposal. The official gestures toward the village as he outlines the government's plan for a research center. The elders listen quietly, their faces impassive, while Dr. Sinclair stands in the background, unsure of what the future holds for the Dogon. The elders form a protective circle around their sacred land, their robes flowing in the wind as they face off against the government officials. Behind them, Dr. Sinclair stands with the tribe, ready to protect the Dogon's knowledge and way of life. The villagers look to the heavens, their faces bathed in the light of the stars as Omaro speaks. Dr. Sinclair stands among them, her eyes fixed on the sky, wondering if the Nommo will truly return as the alignment reaches its peak. The sky is filled with breathtaking lights as the stars align, casting an otherworldly glow over the gathered crowd. The villagers gasp in awe as the celestial event unfolds, the lights in the sky moving in ways that defy explanation. The massive glowing ship descends from the heavens, casting a brilliant light over the village. The ship's size and presence are overwhelming, and the villagers stand with heads bowed, their faces bathed in its ethereal light. The Nommo figure, standing tall and ethereal within the glowing beam, communicates silently with the villagers and Dr. Sinclair, its presence a mixture of cosmic wisdom and peace. The villagers kneel in reverence as the figure's message is conveyed through images. Dr. Sinclair looks out over the village as her phone buzzes with calls from world leaders and reporters. The weight of the world's reaction hangs heavy in the air as humanity scrambles to make sense of the cosmic event that has unfolded. The glowing artifact rests on the stone altar, emitting a radiant, pulsating light that fills the air with a sense of ancient wisdom and cosmic power. The villagers gather around in reverence as Dr. Sinclair looks on, her heart pounding with awe. The artifact glows with a mesmerizing energy, responding to the thoughts and intentions of those nearby. Dr. Sinclair gently touches it, and a ripple of light spreads through the room, as if the artifact is alive with ancient knowledge. In the dead of night, mercenaries approach the village, their eyes locked on the faint glow of the artifact. Dr. Sinclair and the elders, hidden in the shadows, watch silently, ready to protect the sacred object from being taken. The group makes their way through the steep, rocky terrain under the light of the moon. The artifact, wrapped in cloth, pulses faintly with light as they climb higher, determined to hide it safely in the secret sanctuary. The guardians, their faces serene and full of ancient knowledge, stand at the cave's entrance welcoming Dr. Sinclair and the Dogon elders. The hidden sanctuary is a place of mystical beauty, with the glow of the artifact lighting their way. The ritual unfolds in the heart of the cave, the guardians chanting softly as they consecrate the artifact. The air shimmers with energy as the artifact responds, glowing brighter with each chant, becoming one with the sanctuary. The prophecy inscribed on the wall reveals visions of humanity's future, warning of great challenges and promising hope. Dr. Sinclair's hand gently traces the ancient script as she contemplates the weight of the artifact's power and responsibility. Surrounded by the soft glow of the artifact, Dr. Sinclair and the Dogon elders discuss their plans to share the Nommo's knowledge with the world. Their conversation is filled with hope and determination as they imagine a future of harmony and balance. Crowds of people fill the streets, their signs calling for equality and access to the artifact's transformative power. Governments and corporations scramble to respond as the world demands a future shaped by the wisdom of the stars. In the dim light of the sanctuary, Dr. Sinclair's eyes are closed as she meditates before the glowing artifact. The vision of the future plays out before her, showing a world of harmony and peace, followed by a darker, more chaotic. Dr. Sinclair addresses a crowd of world leaders and scientists, her voice calm and inspiring as she speaks about the potential of the Nommo's knowledge. Behind her, images of new technologies and environmental restoration fill the screens. The village has transformed into a sanctuary of peace, with advanced technologies powered by the Nommo's knowledge blending seamlessly with the ancient traditions of the Dogon. Dr. Sinclair and Omaro walk side by side, their faces filled with quiet satisfaction.